be at. Let's go to.
Salakia, is Gad the one that be shooting the arrows off the trees and all that?
Yeah, they shoot arrows, spears, and all that. They the one they put the whole paint face on and all that.
With feathers and feathers on the head.
Yeah, they shoot you a mile away from right into your neck.
And, and that's why it was hard to catch them.
Yeah.
Because like you don't know where an arrow coming from.
Because you can't hear it.
Right.
I got you. We gonna because we kind of got off a little bit. Let's go to Hosea. You said Hosea 4:12, right?
Hosea 4:12. Hosea chapter 4, verse 12.
That's the one you wanted, right? You said it.
That's for you, ain't it?
No, I don't want that. I want. No, you said it. My fault. Habakkuk 1:6. My fault. That's what my fault. I read that.
Okay, so we don't want Hosea 12. We want Habakkuk
1:6, right?
1:6. We're gonna speed it up too. Okay, so now, so our sisters are free. Okay, go ahead. Habakkuk what?
1:6.
Habakkuk 1:6. Say, come when you got it. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nations, which shall march through the breadth of the land, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. Verse 7. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgments and their digitness shall proceed of themselves. Verse 8. Thou horses also are swifter than the leopard, and are more fierce than the evil wolf. Their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far, and they shall flee as an eagle that hastens to eat. Verse 9.
And that's talking about America coming over to, like you say, as swift as the eagle falls. Go ahead to verse 9. This is the part I want.
Okay, so verse 9. They shall come all for violence. Their face shall swoop up as the east wind, and they shall gather the captivity of the sand.
There we go. We're gonna go.
Because we can't we count as numbers as sand of the sea, right? And so if we count as numbers as sand of the sea, but if the sand is in captivity, that's still us. You get it?
And coming from the east once again.
That's the pink toe.
Coming from the east, going to the west, like it says, to gather the captivity. That's how you know, like I say, Columbus, the British settlers, they coming from east because they know they west.
Right.
Dad is in the west
And
to take them captive.
Right. And so who funded the slave ships? Jew ships, right? So who funded the weapons? Jew ship. Jew ship was always funding our destruction. The Jew ship.
Kind of white man, just like Malcolm X said, you got a British dog, French poodle, German shepherd. They all dogs. It don't matter. They just call themselves.
They're all Edomites.
There you go. They all are the same. They distinguish themselves as different. They all the same. Just
Yeah, they are the same.
German, what's Putin? And,
Yeah.
they all the same.
Russia and Ukraine and all
Ain't no
that.
difference. They all the same.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stay on the Indians.
There you go. It was something else you said you wanted. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I know.
Was it Isaiah?
No, it was Isaiah. No. It was Amos 5:21.
Okay, let's go to that. We speed it up. Amos 5:21.
Yeah, I'll read it.
Gotcha.
Amos 5 verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I would not smile in your solemn assembly.
Basically, that's Thanksgiving. He hates, the Most High hates.
And this assembly right here, he would not like this.
There you go. You know how because we all did it, gathered for Thanksgiving. Oh God, let's pray down. God, he hates it, just says he hates Thanksgiving. It has nothing to do with the Most High. Like we've been saying, it is a tradition of blood. Let's go into some of this.
I'm going to read Amos. I'm going to read it.
Go ahead.
Right?
No, go ahead. No.
Amos chapter 5 verse 22. Though ye offered me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. Okay, and so at Thanksgiving, this is Thanksgiving. Yahweh do not like us celebrating the death of our own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't like celebrating the killings of the Indians that separated from us, and because they wanted to serve him in a better land. And what we doing, praising Yahweh and killing someone that wanted to serve him in a better land, are celebrating their death. And so we in sin. And so one thing about being in sin, we can be in sin by calling ourselves African Americans. We can be in sin. Now to me, I'm in sin by calling them Jewish, because nobody deserves to be that close to us. We're separate, right? Separate means everybody is so far away from us, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Separate means there's no one near us.
Yeah, nobody. They nothing like us. So.
Ain't nothing like us, right?
Kind of.
So there's no such thing as ish compared if it's being aimed to the Jews. Ain't no ish aimed to the Jews. You can put ish anywhere else, but ish is broken when it comes to the Jews, because there ain't no ish. There's no one like us, right? Now there's some shits. There's somebody that's trying to be like us.
Now I'm gonna read something out of here. This is called Holiday Hustle. Like we were just going into how Gad fits fits with some of the curses. By the time the Mayflower landed in midwinter on the North America coast, the original native people of this stretch shore had already been killed off in 1614 when the British expedition landed here. Then they sailed back home to England. They took more than 100 Indians as slaves, leaving them with smallpox. See, this is the part that the American the school system is not going to tell you.
No,
But see, it says they took them back on ships, and they said leaving them with smallpox.
What book is that? Hold on. Let everybody know what book is that.
Called the Holiday Hustle.
All right.
It tells you about how all the holidays are wicked.
Oh yeah, who that's
Oh,
by?
okay,
Yeah,
get
let
that
us
too.
know.
I didn't
Frank
read that book off.
See, Tilly,
Frank Jordan.
I didn't even know.
Frank Jordan.
Tilly got some private. He got a sword that I don't even know about.
A store?
A sword, you know.
Oh, a store.
Now, here goes another. When the Pilgrims arrived in 1920, they were very unprepared for the winter weather, and many died. What we were going into earlier, the natives, Gad, helped them prepare for the winter. But how do you call them savages and you're not prepared for the winter? But you go to the people that give you clothing and help you how to farm. But I'm going to continue. Now listen to what the Pilgrims did. Pilgrims dug up native Indians' graves and robbed and vandalized their graves for dishes and pots, stole their crops, robbed their storage huts for food, and took many of the Indian natives prisoners. I'm just going to hit some major points.
Okay, can I interrupt that?
Go ahead.
And they scalped them.
Yeah, okay. Now you know how.
The government gave them.
So like you know how we put our dead people into boxes, right? Now they digging graves, straight up graves digging. You know, these people's not in no box. They stank. You know what I'm saying? And they such a savage that when they dig in the grave and these people stinking, like the day we put them in boxes. Okay, and so now then they were just straight burying them deep, and they undigging them. Just imagine you undig a person and you shoveling, you hitting his bones, throwing some snails off of him and stuff like that. And you going touching the stuff that they got, taking it off. You're savage.
They nasty.
Shalakia.
They sleep with dogs.
Yeah, and Shalakia. And it was savage because they cut off their scalps, the Native American scalps, and the government paid them $5 per scalp.
Right.
To make wigs and all that kind of stuff.
But they said the Indians were scalping first. They only were doing what was done to them.
Right. The Indian wasn't scalping first.
Right.
Hold on, come on.
Right.
Yep, here go one
It
more.
wasn't scalping first.
Only the Native American Indians who attended the Pilgrims' Thanksgiving in 1613 were those piquets taken captive during a violent raid that preceded it. So this is what they did. Esau, right after they had their meal, they attacked them.
Raid.
Yeah, they probably didn't hit some.
Right, you know what a raid? A raid is.
Cody, you know.
So that goes to what was that scripture you read where they had evil in their heart. They came, like I said, the words were smooth as butter, but they already had in their mind what they were going to do. Let me finish out. On May 26, 1637, at least 700 of the tribe, estimated 8,000 members, were slaughtered by Caucasian English settlers from the 4 colonies and their native allies. This became known as the Pequot Massacre. See, this is in India in the school books.
No.
This part is left out. The real truth, what we going on, the real truth of Thanksgiving. See, some of our people now,
Hold on.
maybe they may believe it or not, but if they knew this happened on Thanksgiving, would you still do it?
No.
You know,
A lot of them
you
are.
know what they was
Yeah.
doing?
I don't think so.
They was raping.
A lot
They was raping.
of them are because they love this world and they have heard it 2/3.
No, true. But I'm saying, what's the scripture where it says, my people are without knowledge?
Yeah, Hosea 4:6.
Black knowledge.
This is, there's no way they was going to put this in the school books.
Hosea
No
4:6.
way.
Yeah, they're the ones that educated us.
For what they
Anything
wanted
we
to
had
know.
when we started seeking out the truth, we did that on our own. It was not, that was an individual choice that we all did. Even us 5 years, you know?
God.
That's it. It's the education system
God.
that lies.
That's a program for us
Yeah,
to be
that's
programmed.
their syllabus and they're liars, you know? But the truth today is starting to come out,
There you go.
and that's a blessing.
We got just a few more scriptures. We're going to go to Lamentations 5 and
9 o'clock almost.
2. We're
It's
going
probably
to
about 9:30.
No, it's 8.
45.
We just 2 more. Lamentations 5 and 2. When everybody there say come.
God.
Our inheritance is turned into strangers, our houses to aliens. Now, they call the Mexicans and the Native Americans, they call them strangers. But according to all this, how can they be strangers? And they were there first.
God.
But see, that's what we go into like you say, the school books. They're only telling one side of the story. Verse 3, we are orphans, fatherless and motherless as our widows. Not only did this happen to us, it also happened to the Native Americans, just like you said. What were they doing to the men? Cutting them off, killing them, leaving the kids fatherless. And that's the same thing that we happened to us.
Brought the dogs off. The Spanish.
Verse 5, verse 4 is kind of fits them too. We have drunken our water for money, and our wood is sold on to us. What's one of the things they say about the Native Americans? They're alcoholics, basically. That's what they call them. So, like I say, they sold the food or water for money, basically going into alcohol, all that.
That's just like say for instance, I make some alcohol, right? And then I give it to you, and you sell it back to me.
We like wine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. Huh?
You good?
Let's go for the
Oh no, I thought you was going to elaborate on.
Oh no. I think that says it all. This is like, let's say if I give you my wine, right? And then you pour me some and sell it back to me. This how they was doing this. So my man was like, hold on, man, this ain't this the wine I gave you?
Or get them drunk so they can steal. You know what I mean?
Right. So we can't even celebrate with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
And so like they come up with all these laws and say,
So many laws.
if you get caught in a car or if you thought about killing me, and it's called a premeditated or something.
Yeah.
But ain't that the same thing that they did to our people?
Kind of. That's exactly the same thing.
You
yeah,
know,
premeditation, yeah.
But they straight put us in prison for that.
They did.
Oh shit. They put us in
Because we
prison for
thought about
identity
we want to
theft.
go to rob a store, but we went and robbed it. But then they found out that we planned it on a piece of paper that we wrote down. We go
Right.
to left, right, and
Right.
Right.
so,
Now
but
listen
they
here.
not being prosecuted.
Not at all. And so, you know, say,
Because this ain't our land.
right,
That's
so when a
very
black
good.
person do identity theft, right?
Right.
He do it against one person. they did identity theft to the nation.
That's all.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
low down. Low down, dirty
Hold
dog.
on.
All
No,
up
they
and
didn't
down.
do it. They captured and
All
continue
up
to
and
keep it
down
smuggled.
America.
Yeah, straight devils.
All up and down America. And I'm
Okay, it's almost 9 o'clock, so we about to
just
finish up.
bloody that.
Hopefully, you got a little meat from the, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We varied
Yeah, they
off a
said
little
it.
bit, but that was okay. That opening discussion was good. But we basically still hit a lot of things to do with Thanksgiving. And like I said, if anybody can find this book, this tells you about all the
Where you
wicked
get it, where you
holidays.
get it from?
I ordered it off Amazon. The same thing Kyrie put. No, I'm just.
Yeah, put it up.
Amazon.
You gotta realize.
Facebook page down there.
But you know what though? One thing about us though, no, I
They gonna
lost.
censor you out.
Yeah.
You know,
Go on and post it on your, go on and
There
post
you
it
go,
on your
yeah.
Instagram. You get called out. They gonna start beating y'all on the bottom of y'all feet. They start rounding y'all up.
They had to do something because they can't take no views from me.
I mean, if you be Israelite, you can lose anything. And I ain't talking about, like they playing basketball. They can no. We down here we lose. We lose jobs. You know what I'm saying? And remember, who put the most in the bucket or in offering when it came to the poor lady putting a penny and the rich man putting 10,000.
The pole lady.
The poor lady, because that's all she had. Okay, so now, you think we lost jobs being Israelite, and that's all we got? They ain't really. They can.
Well,
Do you see what I'm saying?
so like in the future, I want to be one of those walking streets and go, I ain't gonna worry about the peons. I'm not even gonna have them suckling on my babies, you understand? I don't want their milk in my child.
No, you ain't supposed to do that.
You want to spoil milk with your babies.
I'm just saying, you know
but you
how
know,
they did
they-
they did our foremothers.
Oh yeah.
You know, having them doing that.
Having their babies.
Lactating, right, and having taking our baby's milk. to
Because
their baby.
they knew that, for a
Something
mother,
was in us.
just let me tell you something. That's heavy what you just said. How do a mother let her baby go suck another titty?
And then they thought we was
Cut
animals.
that part off.
And they thought we was animals.
My fault. My fault.
And they thought it's all right because the guys
No,
that
we
said
don't want that
other
on
cancer
line.
do it, but other cancer do it.
No.
But the bottom line is, it's true.
This
You
is
know,
true.
it's
They
true.
did do that.
You know,
When you
it's
let your,
true. And you would think that those children that was raised on that black woman or Native woman or Hispanic woman's breast, that they would have some kind of
they had.
Compassion or something.
They had
and
compassion.
be able to change their minds on their own.
But
as
what does the
iron
scripture
will
say
rust,
about Esau? He been evil since day one.
as
So
iron
that-
rust, so does his
So
wickedness.
no matter what
Because-
you do,
because
his mind
he's-
on it is already set for
You
destruction.
give a snake some lettuce. That don't mean he gonna bite you, cause lettuce is like hors d'oeuvres to him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that because I don't know what they eat.
Shalaki.
Well, I know what they eat.
No, it's like that story, like you say, the snake, when the man fed the snake eventually he bit him, and he said, what you expect?
Let me give you
I'm
the
a
story.
snake.
Let me give you the story, Shalakia. Okay, so there was a frog and a scorpion, right? And so the scorpion wanted to get across the pond. Yeah, go ahead. So the scorpion wanted to get across the pond. So he asked the toad, can you help me across there? The toad was like, no, I'm not gonna help you across. No. He said, why not? Because you're gonna sting me. And then I'm gonna die. And we'll both drown. He said, the scorpion said, well, what sense does that make? Why would I kill myself? The frog said, exactly. So he said, okay. He gave him a ride. And what happened? The scorpion stung the frog. They was in the middle of the pond. And what happened? They both drowned.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You know what? Let me rap later on that.
Both drowned. Wasn't it true?
Let me show you something. When you stole,
Can't trust them.
no, you can't trust him. But when you stole the black man from Africa, right? When you stole the black woman and the kids, right? When you stole this Bible, and bring it next to the Israelites, you just drown.
Yeah,
That's what you should have left. You
right.
should never put them two together, the Bible and that black man. Once you put them two together, you might say you're a scorpion and you stuck your own self in the
That's
butt.
right.
Anyway, we're gonna close this off today.
God.
We HOI Detroit. This was like an open sessions. We haven't seen our sisters in a minute, and we just gathering up today, and we know how it goes, but this is the new moon, and we celebrating. You know, so what we celebrating? We're celebrating the gathering. You know, we're celebrating the gathering. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna toast, we're gonna drink, we're gonna do things like that, right? This is what we do on the new moon. Okay, and then on top of that, you know, our sisters, you know, everything that went on, how we had it, that's how we wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we don't always have it like this, but you know, we decide that you know everyone can, you know, talk, you know, can freelance today. And then we got the number one Salaki.
Kind of. We was just all in the spirit, and that's the main thing, bringing out the word.
Yeah. And it wasn't about, you know, if we wanted something, you know, to go to a certain level. We just wanted all to come together, and so you can see a different side of us, you know. And we'll be back in order the next holiday.
So we're gonna close it out. Shalom, brother Melchizedek.
Shalom, Uncle Penuel, sister. We have Sister Patrice.
Yes, Yashaya.
Latrice.
We got Sister Latrice.
Yashaya.
Yashaya.
And Sister Karatazaya.
Sister Karatazaya.
Shalom.
And so we it's a Shalom. So next time we may have a new name. We have next time you're here, you may hear a different order, right? Because we have a new sister, and I think one of the sisters is going to tweak some stuff around everyone. And so we glad to be here today with all HOI. We come together strong. We came as a unity, and we're growing. And like I say, I'm a bad cop, and let me be that. Kom Yeshua.
Kwam Shalom.
Kwanashirala.
Shalom.
Okay, y'all go ahead and go, man. I know you gotta be at work.